alright, you can come and see. Alright. Morning everyone. Welcome to the Koi Mum channel. I'm Lisa, the Koi Mum. I just wanted to give you all a quick update from yesterday. So if you did watch my video yesterday, you'll know that it was new koi day. And we've got a brand new Hyatt Surrey swimming about in the pond behind us. And I thought I'd give you a quick update to let you know how our new fish is getting on. Last night it was super dark, so really couldn't get you any good footage of my new koi baby. And so I thought I'd give you an update. Oh bollocks. I'm not very good at this. So, as you can tell, dragged on the same clothes that I had on yesterday off the wear again pile off my bedroom floor. No makeup, but I'm Gen X, I'm perimenopausal, I do not care. I'm just here to give you an update on my babies. So, what did we do? So we settled in fine last night, swimming about quite happily. I'll show you in a second, but he has been looking for food and shoaling with the rest of the fish, which is really cute. One thing I am going to do this morning, so adding a new fish means that we might have an ammonia spike and a nitrite spike in the pond, which is obviously really bad for the fishums. So just to be on the safe side, I am going to salt the pond this morning. So I salted it yesterday. It was at no, it wasn't, it was at 0.11 yesterday. And so I raised it up to about 0.9 yesterday, and now I'm going to put in another lot of salt today, and I'll take you through how I do that. That will just, I'm aiming to raise it to about 0.3. That will be a really good therapeutic dose in there, and it will just mean if there is an ammonia spike or a nitrate spike, my little fish's gills will all be protected until I can get on top of that. So I'll show you that in a second. But first of all, I'm going to show you how Jaffa Cake is getting on in his new home. So here he is, shoaling with his new buddies. Nice and calm. His dorsal fins all up. And now he's buggered off, little shit. Apologies for the wind, noise. And apologies for it's really difficult, as you probably know, to get some decent footage of fish in a pond. I have turned the air stone off just to give us a half chance so you can see him. So there he is, he's settled in really well, quite chill. Obviously I'll watch him over the next few days for any signs of sulking or clamping or hiding. Oh, wind blew, scared him off. But right now, looking super happy. None of the other fish seem at all bothered that he's joined the party. And as you can see, I've got a mix of tosai, nisai, and various goldfish in here. But there he is, looking absolutely stunning. So I'm going to salt the pond. I'm using Mediclay, way too far away from the camera. No, I'm not. It says health promoting salt by NT Labs. I have to figure out how to do this. I've weighed out about 750 grams. So I weighed out 700 yesterday, and it brought my salt levels up by about 0.8. I want to get them up to about 2.5 to 3. So I've got about 750 grams in here, which I'm going to dissolve in pond water, and then I'm going to add it into the pond. When you're salting your pond, you need to add your salt gradually over a few hours, just so you don't shock the fish too much, especially if you're taking the salt level up quite a lot. So I've got my 750 in here, which I weighed in the house on my baking scales. I've got my bucket, and I've got my pond salt. So I'm just going to show you what I do. So it takes bloody ages, I think, to get this salt to dissolve. So I've only got a little bucket. So I put just a little bit of the salt in at a time, mix it for flipping ages. But it's really, really important that you don't have any big lumps of salt in there because it can irritate the fish's gills. So make sure that it's completely dissolved before you pour it in. Sometimes it just gets saturated in there and there's some salt in the bottom that just won't dissolve. So I'll pour some in off the top and then I'll fill it up with a bit more pond water and keep going until eventually all of this salt is dissolved. Do you know what? In the kitchen, I use a KitchenAid to mix up my cakes. They need to invent something like that for this because it takes way too long. Then when I pour it in, I pour it straight over the pump return. I might put a little bit coming in down over the waterfall just so it really mixes in with the water. And it will take a good couple of hours to kind of really mix through thoroughly, at which point I'll do another salt test and I'll show you that when I do it, so I can show you the reader that I've got for my salt testing. I'll show you what the salt levels look like in a couple of hours. My God, my hair's gone mad. It's a really good idea to not pour it directly on top of your fish. Another little top tip for you, except when your fish are really friggin' interested in everything you're doing, they tend to just get in the way. Okay, so that's done. I'll leave it for about 2 to 3 hours now, just to allow that to cycle through the system, do what it needs to do, and then I'll come back out and I'll test the water and I'll see what that 750 grams has lifted my salt levels to in the pond. So just before I go in, out of this mad wind, I just want to mention that I have re-netted the pond. But I've made sure that I've turned that air stone back on because again, that aeration is really important to keep the water oxygenated, and also it helps the salt to disperse through the pond. And also I've popped the net back over because we do have a new fish. I have just adjusted the water, chemicals, and if any of the fish don't like it and they decide that they're going to jump out of the pond, then we've got the net here which will bounce them back in again. So I don't come out and find little koi's like floating around in my garden or like probably dead. So that's what I've done for now. I'll come back later and we'll test the water together and we'll see what the salt levels are. Okay, so I've popped back now so I can just show you how I'm going to test the salt levels in my water so I can make sure that they're at their level that I want them to be, and have a little chat by the pond. So it's going to start raining again. I just came out because it wasn't raining and now it's going to rain. One thing about being a koi mum and a koi dad, we're an inclusive channel here, is that yeah, you need to get used to getting wet and just not be fussed about it. But, so I shall sit here and if it really starts to rain, I'll carry on regardless. The other thing I was just laughing at was, look at my nails. So, before koi babies, these would have been done all the time. Break a nail, fix it, I do my own. Now, you have no time to fix them, and I break them more frequently than normal. So I've got a lovely, like, oh, I don't even know what's going on there. I might do them tonight. Let's see if I've got some time tonight to do them. We'll see. Anywho, back to the fish. So, what I wanted to show you was this little gadgety here. Oh, again, it's probably back to front because I haven't got my video sorted out properly. But I'll put a link to it in the description, just so you know. It's a Yinnic water testing jobby. And basically, it gives you 2 readings that I don't understand, so I never use them. Something about mineral content, not worried about those. It does give you temperature, it does give you pH, and it does give you salt levels, which is quite a fab little toy. It cost me very much actually, 30 quid maybe? Not too much. But I'll pop it in the chat, there's only an Amazon one. So I'm just going to have a quick test of the water to see where we are with our salt levels. I'll move so you can see. So I just literally stick it in the water. It's complicated, isn't it? Hold it in there for a bit, the readings will eventually settle. So I'm just going to have a little go at the moment. So, oh, it's on pH, so let's see if the pH has changed since I put the water in. It's holding around 8.5 at the moment, between 8.3, 8.5. Saying 8.5 now. I think that's a little bit higher than it was this morning. It's saying 8.5 in terms of the pH reading. Just a tiny bit higher than I would like, but it's fine. It's when the pH is low and it crashes low, that's when the fish get affected. 8.5, it's fine, I'm not too worried about that. Temperature reading on the water at the moment, give it a bit more. Oh, it's dropping a little bit at a time. So it currently says 13.6. There's no way it's 13.6. It will take some time to drop down to what it really is. But the bit I'm interested in is the salt, so I just push the little mode button at the bottom, and it's telling me that the salt levels are currently raised now to 0.27, which is good enough for where I wanted it. Put my teeth in. And it was 1.8 this morning, so I've raised it up a bit in a nice sort of safe zone. So if there's any ammonia spike or nitrate spike in the pond, there'll at least be some protection for the fish's gills. So that, again, a little flash for you, is what it looks like. I'll turn it off, save the battery, dry that off. It comes with a little lid, and I just keep that with my other testing kits in the shed. So there you go. I've taken the net off again because it's feeding time, and it's like my favourite time of the day, and I get to feed my little fish-ons. So I thought you might want to watch that. I can put my hands in the pond. The fish are totally fine with me putting my hands in the pond. They'll come up and they'll eat around my hands. I'm really interested to see if the new fish is like, what the hell are you doing? I just want to eat off the top, or eat off the bottom, leave me alone. Steady on camera. Or whether the new fish will copy what my other fish do and just come and try and eat from my fingers. So let's have a little look. I'm really sorry about the wind noise, by the way. I just watched that back. It's horrific. I'm going to have to try and do something in the edits. But if not, don't worry, I am going to get myself one of those little floofy microphone things that I've seen other people wear. They look quite cool, so I'm going to get one of those, especially considering I live like on a hill. So it's like Wind City up here. Anyway, what I was going to say, I can't speak today. What I was going to say is that I wanted to just say a bit about the food. So I feed them a curry wheat germ in the winter. There you go. Only a tiny little bit. They don't need very much, just to keep them ticking over as the weather's starting to drop and the water temperature is getting low. Under 10 degrees I don't feed them. Definitely under 8 degrees I wouldn't feed them. Not that the core you're going to get under 8 degrees, because they're going to go in their little toasty shed. But what I am doing is I've got a little tip from somewhere else, and I am soaking them. So a little bit of pond water in their little cup. Of course it's pink. Why wouldn't it be pink? And I leave that in there for 10-15 minutes, then it gets all squishy, and then they can eat that. It just helps with their digestion while the weather's cooler, and it also means that if they, sometimes when I give them it, when it's not soaked, it gets a bit dusty, and then they get a bit itchy and they flash a little bit, and it freaks me out when they flash, because that's like a baby screaming non-stop. And you go, shit, there's something bloody wrong. So I'm going to just wait for a few more minutes, let this soak off, and then I will feed them and you can watch. Oh, fishy fishions, it's dinner time. So hopefully the angle's not too bad. It's a bit of glare on the water, but you should be able to see him okay. Let's see if they're interested in any food today. Oh, fishy fit. Typical, because the camera's on, they've all buggered off. Here, Blue. Oh, fishums. Oh, here they come. So, let's see if they'll eat off my hands. Oh, okay, well they won't eat off my hands because they've just shushed all the food everywhere. That didn't go as planned. Oh, Motsy's having a little nibble on my finger. And, oh, he's eating. He's a little bit shyer than my other fish. And a little bit not being able to find the food. Let's see if I can give him some specifically. But he's coming a bit closer, doesn't seem to mind my hand being in the water. And a little munch. There's Buttercup, she's going to come up if she's feeling brave. She's had a little munch. Got to be quicker than that, mate. Especially with a goldfish about. Dopey fart. Well done. Num num num. Num num num. Num num num. Well, it's good to see that he's quite happy eating, not at all stressed. A really nice, relaxed, confident fish. Not startled easily. Quite cute, actually. A few more little bits left to get. Just swim straight past him, mate, that's fine. Oh, you're going for that one, are you? You very specifically wanted that one, okay. Nibble of my hands. Cute. Alright, Nugget. Please let me touch him fine. Really chilled little fish. Okay, I'm sorry. She says, just she starts the crap out of him. So there you go. There's my little fishums for today. About a tablespoon, if that, of food. It looked like loads, but it really wasn't. Maybe it didn't look like loads. I don't know. What do you think? But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. You learnt a little bit from today that you didn't already know. And if you already knew it, it just confirmed what you did know. But I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll catch you next time. I'm going to talk you through my winter setup. See you then. Bye, koi mamas.